In the annals of ancient texts, few passages carry the weight and controversy of Deuteronomy chapter 7, verses 1 to 4. These verses command the Israelites to utterly destroy the nations they encounter upon entering the promised land, offering no mercy and forbidding intermarriage. Such instructions, stark and uncompromising, stand in stark contrast to the more nuanced and optimistic tone found in the book of Ezra. The book of Ezra presents a community that, despite its hardships, finds a way to rebuild and maintain its identity through strict adherence to the law. Unlike the rebellious Israelites of the Exodus narrative, the Jews under Ezra's leadership willingly comply with his directives, even to the point of expelling their foreign wives and children. This change in the community's attitude is significant, reflecting a shift from divine punishment to self-imposed discipline. The Lord's role, once that of an active and often wrathful deity, now seems more passive, a distant but revered figure whose commands are internalized and carried out by the people themselves. Ezra's approach, while severe, was rooted in a profound concern for the preservation of Jewish identity. The fear of syncretism, the blending of religious practices, was a real and immediate threat. The expelled wives, though not necessarily practitioners of rival religions, represented a potential dilution of the monotheistic purity that the returning exiles sought to re-establish. By taking drastic measures, Ezra ensured that the community remained cohesive and distinct, even if it meant a painful rupture with those who had become part of their lives. The book of Nehemiah, the final narrative book in the Tanakh, takes this theme of self-determination even further. Written in the first person, Nehemiah's account is a powerful testament to human agency. As the king's cupbearer, Nehemiah occupies a position of influence and trust, allowing him to secure the king's support for his mission to rebuild Jerusalem's walls. His leadership is marked by a combination of strategic planning and unwavering faith. Unlike the earlier biblical figures who often waited for divine intervention, Nehemiah takes charge, organizing the community and mobilizing resources to achieve his goals. Nehemiah's approach is pragmatic and confident. He understands the political and social dynamics at play and navigates them with skill. His actions, while framed in terms of divine approval, are driven by a clear and practical vision. When faced with threats and taunts from his enemies, Nehemiah responds with a blend of military preparedness and spiritual resolve. His leadership style suggests a shift in the relationship between God and the people, where human initiative and divine favor are no longer seen as mutually exclusive, but rather as complementary forces. The contrast between the earlier books of the Tanakh and the later ones, particularly Ezra and Nehemiah, is striking. In the earlier texts, God is an active participant, often intervening directly in the affairs of the Israelites. His presence is felt through miraculous acts and divine judgments. By the time of Ezra and Nehemiah, God's role has evolved. He remains a revered and essential figure, but the initiative for action has shifted to the people themselves. This change reflects a maturation of the community, a recognition of the need for self-reliance and self-preservation in the face of external threats. In the end, The narratives of Ezra and Nehemiah offer a powerful lesson in the dynamics of leadership and community. They show that while divine guidance and support are crucial, human agency and determination are equally important. The Jews of this period, under the leadership of Ezra and Nehemiah, found a way to navigate the challenges of their time and secure a future for their people. Their actions, though harsh by modern standards, were driven by a deep commitment to their faith and identity. This commitment, more than any divine command, ensured their survival and continuity. In conclusion, the stories of Ezra and Nehemiah are a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit. They remind us that in the face of adversity, it is often our own actions that shape our destiny.